I'd like to show you how to do selection and assignment in a rather simplistic fashion, but effective fashion using a model builder. In our problem, we have this tree canopy data layer that has various types, deciduous and coniferous, and canopy heights, tall and short. And we have to assign various interception values. So the coniferous tall have the highest interception, the deciduous short have the lowest interception, and we have to assign those by selecting and then calculating. And the most simple and straightforward way, although quite long-winded, is to alternate between selecting layers by attributes and then assigning, and then selecting the layer again by the attributes, but using a different combination of attributes to get a different subset, and then assigning the various values for those. So here I have my tree canopy layer, and I've added this interception variable, and it has a -9999 just to have a placeholder value and to show how the assignment works. And the select by attribute looks like the way you would do it by hand. You add a clause here, in this case 2 clauses, where I want to get the canopy heights that are short and the type that's deciduous. And once I've selected that set, then I want to do the calculation into my intercept value. So here I'm calculating into intercept, and I'm just going to give it the value for that particular interception amount, 0.0032 meters. That's the value you've been given. And so that will assign for the selected set. And I'll do another selection where I'll open basically this, and I'll select where type equals deciduous, but in this case, I'm getting the tall trees. And that will select those, and then I will calculate for the tall trees their interception value, and it'll show up here in a sec. The higher value of 0.0064, that's the number of meters at the tall trees. I do the same thing again then for the short coniferous, right? So the type equals coniferous and the canopy height equals short, and it selects those, and I do the assignment for their value, and I do that again for the final group that I haven't yet assigned. The type is equal to coniferous and the canopy height is equal to tall. And again, I will assign the tall coniferous value here of 0.0085. You can see that down there. And so if I go ahead and validate this and then run it, it runs through, and I can see my progress here, and it finishes without any errors. There's no red box or messages there down below. And I look, and it's changed. Now, sometimes you have to refresh the table, but in this case, it did it automatically. And you can see that I have these values assigned depending upon whether it's a short deciduous or a short conifer, or a tall deciduous or a tall conifer. And so I get different values for each of those according to my assignment table. So I can go on then to the next step in the processing. I've changed this attribute table to populate that intercept value. Now, the great thing about this is anytime I come in with a new data set, a new or different tree canopy, for example, when I add canopy, I just have to say what the new type and height is for the canopy, and then I can run it through this, and it assigns that intercept. Again, I don't have to type all this in.